kind of said that the way like.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony Show. Anthony, how are you, my friends?
Oh, I'm doing great today, bud. Beautiful fall, crispy weather out there, dude. Felt great walking out of my apartment this morning. Thursday night football, like, let's fucking go, baby. It's basically the weekend, dude.
Basically the weekend. First, let's start out by giving a shout out. I have my t-shirt on. Josh was able to make up for us.
Yeah,
we got the
dude,
company,
great shirt.
We got DTV. And
the Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. There you go, Tony. I need your help
okay,
on that.
I got you.
Yeah, really appreciate Josh hooking it up. These are great, and I have to say, fit a lot better than I was expecting. Just eyeing it up, knowing how I fit into things. I was thinking, wow, like this is going to be tight.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about Tony. I don't know if it has to do with the last week and a half, the regimen,
Definitely.
the elliptical.
Yes, dude.
But this is feeling nice. So
it looks great, man.
A job well done. Really pumped to have these two items of merch. The sweatshirt, this t-shirt. Great job by Josh. Great job.
Yeah, hopefully the first of many collabs, on the attire, dude. And again, just keep it simple. And obviously Ninja Turtles, like it's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Love the merch. I've always felt like you cannot get too much merch. That's for sure.
Of course not, dude.
We got some
Sawgrass.
Yeah. We got some comments early and often, Tony.
Of course.
Not 50%.
We got 100%.
Little inside joke there. I don't think anybody's gonna pick up on it, but
dude. But we got Lonnie in the house.
Let's go.
Dude, having a great time here already. He's saying we got the NFC North battle tonight on our hands. Cole locked up his Cy Young last night. Acuna Jr. is just different. Let's get into it, fam. Hashtag rep the company, hashtag rep the TV, dude.
Let's go.
Josh B says, morning, great people.
Let's go.
He also says Cole locked up the Cy Young in elite fashion. Let's have a day. Rep the company, rep DTB, rep the sports port. And he's saying, look at that shirt. Double B.
I mean, I still just can't get over how well it fits, honestly.
He's saying it was their pleasure, of course. Lonnie's saying shirts look great, but obviously, of course, anticipation. How did you not know it was the Ninja Turtles, dude?
Yanni. You know how I am with that stuff. Yanni.
He doesn't do the movies or the shows.
The shows.
Dude. It's just not gonna. It's just not gonna be.
It really is unfortunately just not gonna happen. I don't know. We try, but it's just.
Do you
it's
try?
Just one of those. I mean, yes, I have tried. Yeah. And
have you ever seen the Ninja Turtles, like the show when you were growing up, or even the movies?
Well, just like I've heard of it, but it's just one of the, like, to me, like like it might seem like even when I was younger, I don't know. It always seemed like, I don't mean to like call people out or anything, but I guess just at any point, like once I got to, I don't know, 10, 12, it just seemed like something that was designed for kids. That's why I never even it never registered.
Yeah, I can certainly see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see.
But I to me, like, trying to understand everybody's sides of things, it seems like there's this nostalgia then about it that everybody loves. I think that's the key thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a cool show. You get the video game, play it in the arcade, and then the movie that came out in like the 90s was kind of like groundbreaking for like effects and stuff like that. It was pretty big, like pop culture thing, Yeah.
And I think this is a perfect example of why screen time is left to you and Michael and Jay and Manny. You guys are up on all that stuff and could tell it way better than I could.
Well, we appreciate it there, Brian.
Yeah, doing an outstanding job. And do we have another episode coming up tomorrow?
Yes, mañana, dude.
Anything like crazy, like in the works? Or?
I mean, not really. I mean, the writer's strike kind of ended. They're still like ironing out terms, dude.
Oh, nice. So I'm forgetting his name. Is it that was at the tailgate? I don't know if it was John, because I know that was like affecting his job. We met him. Lonnie's gonna know who I'm talking about, and Josh.
What did he look like? What are you talking about?
He had glasses, kind of like not long hair, but maybe like a little grown out.
Glasses, long hair.
I think his name is John, but he was talking about how the writers strike. Mike. Oh, Helmani is his name. Mike Helmani. But yeah, you definitely met him.
With the Tony Stark glasses you're talking about. Yeah, and the tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, I know
so I'm imagining that's good for him.
Oh yeah, dude. They gotta, but they're still like the actors are still on strike, so they're still like kind of like, what are we gonna do? No actors.
You know what I would love to do, and I know
go on strike. You want to go on strike? LA Barnaby, you want to start picketing?
No, Tony, but I would love to just take AI technology and send it in a rocket into outer space.
Well, dude, that was one of the biggest things for the writers,
but it's
to
like,
be protected for that.
We don't need it.
I know, there's no reason,
the
dude.
Unnecessary stuff. It's like changing the rules in sports. Like, we just don't need it. I don't care if it sounds fossil-like from my side of things, but we don't need AI to generate us stuff. It's not sick. It's stupid. And unfortunately, I feel like one day, like, we're going to get so crazy with these robots, they're going to kill an innocent human being.
Dude, Terminator, Skynet. You see her? Did you see Terminator?
Yeah. Actually, no, I did not.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, come on, dude. That's classic.
Nah, it just was too, like, also like sci-fi and it's just stuff that's unrealistic.
Sci-fi.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Cloverfield I was into, like, when I saw it.
You were in a Cloverfield of all things, Brian.
I don't know. It's just one of the movies that stands out that I watched. Transformers was great for Megan Fox at the time, but then after we're a couple movies in, like, she's not even there. Like, what are we talking about?
So you were only watching if she was there.
I mean, that's the only thing that like made it like, watchable, I guess you could say.
It was Megan Fox.
Yeah.
It was Shia LaBeouf?
No, the one thing I'll say, yeah, I always thought he did a great job. Like, whatever he was doing.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. All right, so we know it's Hellman, not Helmani, like Yanni.
Is it Hellman or Hellman?
Hellman. Done.
Hellman.
And
he says Double B is a fucking loser, Tony. Wow.
Nah, but you know what? You guys are wrong. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, when we're talking about watching things, there's nothing more enjoyable than stuff that's not scripted. And I know, yes, every production is scripted. There's a script, like, I understand that, but I think that's what does it for me. The fact that I'm not watching reality, so I have a tough time resonating with it.
Okay.
No, and I'll be the first to admit, Tony.
Yeah.
I know I'm the outlier. I'm not saying that I'm not.
I'm not saying that you are.
But I honestly, I don't know if you could tell me, but I haven't met anybody that's as strongly opinionated with that. Have you?
With not watching movies?
Yeah.
Not really, dude.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But hey, I'll stay on the island all day. I'll get my picket sign out.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're gonna go on strike to keep the strike going, dude. To stop the movies.
keep the strike going. But I don't know. And then we've talked about it many times, but it's tough that there's just such a struggle to create really good new content.
Yeah, dude. No, I totally agree. I mean, that's one of the biggest things we talk about on screen time. Is the fact that any new movies come out are not good, dude. Literally, honestly, dude, like, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the Barbie movie. That was funny.
Really?
It really was funny. Like, there were some good jokes in that movie, dude. Great delivery, too. And again, like, obviously, you can think what you want about it, but I mean, it's like a completely original idea. Like, no one's ever, like, a Barbie movie. Like, it's.
And I feel like maybe I'm being, too critical. I guess the one thing I would say, though, I feel like.
Margot Robbie, Brian, I'm sure you would love to watch Margot Robbie.
Yes, like, looks wise, but I just feel like her and Ryan Gosling with his. I just feel like he thinks he's like, they think they're the man, the woman, like, whatever you want to talk about. It's like, like, you're just acting. Like, let's take it down a notch. Especially Gosling with the what is that? Love Actually. Love is
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, that is so ridiculous.
And then that's a funny movie.
And then, like, he ends up screwing his daughter or whatever. It's just like ridiculous.
Yeah. That's how he does.
Well, come on. Like, are you going to take some dude seriously that's snapping his fingers in your face like that?
Give me a drink.
Dude. Give me a drink. Actually, that would be perfect.
Sounds like you.
No. Oh, man. That is funny. But yeah, a lot to get to here. I actually am throwing you a real curveball here, Tony. We haven't said this in a very long time, but if we could go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. So a little curveball here. We did have some big news in the NBA yesterday as all-star point guard Damien Lillard was traded to Milwaukee Bucks from the Portland Trail Blazers in a 3-team deal. The Blazers receiving Bucks point guard Drew Holiday, also Suns center DeAndre Ayton, and someone I'm not familiar with, Tomani Kamara, as well as Milwaukee's 2029 unprotected first-round draft pick, unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 28 and 30. So a lot to digest there. Also, the Suns getting Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. And that part, with the Suns coming in here, that doesn't surprise me. It seems like for whatever reason, they've been trying to, get rid of DeAndre Ayton for a couple years here. You heard me talking to Michael, before we started the show about this. And I have to say, I know he's always been huge on Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we know the man is talented. I was just saying, I don't know if it's as a home run, maybe as we think, just from the fact that, Lillard coming off a career year last year, but 33, going on 34. And I think that's a major step down in defense. Drew Holiday has been on all first team NBA defense. I don't think Dame's dinging anyone up. And I know the whole, mindset is, you could, you have them to shoot those last shots. And I know at times, wasn't always working with the best roster with the Blazers, but at the same time, there were some really talented rosters, and he did have CJ McCollum for a while. And I guess there was that one run to the Western Conference Finals out of all those years. He was in Portland 11 years. I just don't know if honestly, just given the scheme, the team, and I know they want to appease Giannis, and the whole thing is bringing stars, but I have to question, just given the age, so injuries can always come up, and we've seen Dame get injured before. I don't know if it was the best move for the Bucks, and I'm just kind of curious, what your thoughts are here, Tony.
Yeah, has he? What? Do you know what kind of injuries he's had? Anything major?
I think a groin. Look, I mean, 21. Look, he only played 29 games.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like for the most part, though, I mean, he's playing the majority of the seasons and everything like that. So I guess that's good.
But if you look at it this way, though, last 2 years, the least amount of games he's played
ever. Yeah, old at the oldest age, obviously 31, 32.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, he's certainly someone, like you said, for the Trailblazers. I mean, was the number one playmaker. I think you can't really argue that. And yes, it could be a step down in defense, but I mean, you'd imagine. I mean, between him and Giannis, I mean, don't you think they're going to be like, a really dangerous duo, right? I mean, I feel like again, talk about like Giannis, getting a championship with arguably not a super team, right? Again, like this is someone who, I think for the first time in Giannis's tenure over there with the Bucks, is having someone that resembles somewhat of a super team, not just him with supporting members. It's like it's him and Dame,
right. But I just think of in just different situation, of course, but for instance, Kyrie and Luka, I think we get obsessed with 2 guys, but it's like it's not just about the top 2 guys,
right?
It's about the whole roster. So
now,
you
think they gave up too much? They gave too much away for Lillard?
No, I mean, because player-wise, I mean, Grayson Allen and Drew Holiday. But I'm saying, I think you kind of need to make a move now for us. I was saying this to Mike before. A defensive 6-man shooter type of combo guard.
Who do you think they could pick up?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough right before the season to just pick somebody out of thin air, you know?
Do you think that since Lillard is now in Milwaukee, other players will be more inclined to be, I want to play in Milwaukee?
Yeah, but again, free agency's over. The
Right.
season's starting to training camp. So it comes
too late.
very late. Yeah. I think it comes very late. Couple comments here. Do we know Thomas Maurice?
Thomas, I'm assuming it's Maurice.
Yeah.
We do not. He says hello. He says quiet here. And then he says, is this a gaming channel? Well, Thomas, I'm assuming you're new to Downtime TV here. We're a pretty sweet media company. If you peruse our YouTube channel, you'll notice we do have a gaming show called The Gaming Corner that we try to get in. We do get in once a week, Monday nights, typically. A little uptick in the Gaming Corner this week, but we also have the sports show. We do a film show as well called Screen Time. The Dream is Free. So we're really just a multimedia monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is really
so definitely check us out anytime.
Yeah,
A lot of
you guys tuning in right now.
archives. Yeah, we appreciate you here. Josh and
Josh made another
Lonnie.
interesting again. I think Mike touched upon it a little bit before the show. Is Mike still here?
I don't know. He said Did he say I'll be back?
But obviously, we're accepting calls here because I'm a little light on the NBA talk. But
Yeah.
Josh B saying another move that could potentially affect the Knicks down the road.
I'm not sure about that.
Agreeing with him, saying facts, Prez. Seems like Brian doesn't agree with you, Josh.
No, I'm saying
you're
I
just
just
not
don't get what
sure?
he means. Like, do you get what he means?
Well, didn't you say that? Who did you say? Holiday's interested in going to the Knicks? You said.
Yeah, they did mention.
Right.
I don't know if that's what he
he's
was referring to. I guess that's the only thing I could think of. But I mean, obviously they already have Brunson. But again, I just don't think you can ever have too many players that play both sides of the ball. And are just I think really smart, high IQ guys. And I strongly believe, that's what Drew Holiday is. Obviously, they've won a championship together before. So, and then Portland openly, looking to move him. It will be pretty interesting to see, where he ends up.
Yeah, Holiday.
Yeah.
What do you think else?
And Knicks kind of makes sense, but then Mike mentioned the Lakers, which is interesting.
The Lakers would be cool.
Yeah. So I guess it would be a team, that's looking to really go all in this year. And Josh saying there were talks that Giannis could have possibly came to New York, which is, I mean, I've definitely heard that. And the whole thing too, is he still could. Because I believe it's Giannis can opt out of his contract after 2 years, and then Dame is able to opt out after 3. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people, like you were just saying, Tony, are expecting this pairing to work, and I do agree with the fact that now Giannis doesn't have to shoot a 3 at the end of the game. He can go to Lillard. But I also feel like Lillard, I think last year it was 37% from 3-point range. But typically, he's had a lot of seasons that were in the lower to mid 30s. So I just feel like he takes a lot of shots and he's not always efficient. I don't know. I guess I'm just not as enthralled with Dame as maybe a lot of other people are. And of course, you think back to Tirico on the call when they beat the Rockets, Dwight Howard, hands on his hips after they got walked off on, Tirico for the series. You think about that, Dame dropping 71, but I don't know. I just think there's a difference between, having flashy plays and highlights and winning. And let's be real, maybe not all of it, or, half of it has to anyway, but all of it falls on Dame. But the fact is, since he's been in the league, he hasn't won anything. And I think that can't be forgotten.
Why do you think he hasn't won anything though? Do you think it's because of Portland, or do you think it's more because of him? Because I feel like, one of the nicer things about Dame was that he was always just so loyal to Portland. I feel like that was one thing talked about him that, a lot of players don't have, is that, allegiance to your team, trying to win it for, that area you are, for that franchise you're a part of.
Yeah, I just think, with CJ McCollum, And Nurkic was on a bunch of those teams as well. And they had a couple other, supporting cast members going in and out. I don't know. I think when you're that, if you are that good, especially, you have a guy that's a fellow all-star next to you. I believe Nurkic maybe made an all-star team, but if there's talent around you, I think 1 year, if you're really that good, you would make a run to the NBA Finals.
So, I mean, do you think, does this trade, do you think, hinder or improve the Bucks' odds of making it to the finals?
I honestly think they're the same. Because I think you take the defense away, but then you bring the shot making in, the scoring load in. And I don't know. I guess I'm just more in favor of balance. I know, and also maybe I'm not seeing something that's in the locker room. Maybe there was an issue with Drew Holiday.
Maybe
that could be. Know. But I just like the fact that he could score pretty well. I believe certain seasons he's averaged 20 points a game, and that he's great on defense. So I just think there's not a lot of two-way players out there, especially point guards.
Do you think Giannis ever gets another title?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I called this first one, but I'm going to call it right now, not winning this year. I guess they're title favorites, but not going to happen.
Are they favored to win now? Go all the way?
But you get what I'm saying, Tony. Yeah. There is this obsession. The big three, the dynamic duo.
Oh, yeah. I said dynamic duo. They don't say dynamic duo.
But I'm just saying this grouping stars, and I just feel like the team aspect is forgotten, and you have no bench, you're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, I totally agree. No, I talk about that a lot with Mike too. There is a lack of, it's the team that wins, kind of in the NBA, more so who your superstar is, but I don't know, it's tough because I feel like, I don't know, think about the teams that have won the championships. They have two phenomenal players they really rely on. Yeah, they have other great pieces, a good, 6-man off the bench or good defense. But when look at Giannis, who won the title. I guess he didn't necessarily have a super team, but it was still him. It was his team. It was his storyline. It really revolved around him.
Well, how about the team that just won last year? You have Jokic, and then I don't know. I am not as high on Jamal Murray as other people are.
I'm saying it was lights out in the playoffs,
right? But I'm saying he's not top 5 in the whole league, and that's the whole point.
Right.
You don't need 2 of those guys, and I just think there's that obsession that you need it. And I think Denver, well coached, a lot of role players, and that's why they won the title.
And Jokic,
right? But I'm saying the one star, not multiple. One star, obviously MVP. So, now is it for you? Is it on the realm of possibility that this coming basketball season that you could at all be juiced up?
Juiced up. It's I do enjoy watching the games. I really do, especially with Mike too, because Mike knows about basketball too. So I'm I can talk to him and he knows kind of what's going on. That's great. And then again, a close game. It's entertaining for sure. I do enjoy the sport, but in terms of being riled for a team, I don't think so, dude. It's not, the Knicks don't seem like they're going to be great.
But what if they are?
It's just I guess, if they are great, I could be a little riled for the Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah. But course. I think is the biggest problem that it coincides with the Rangers season.
Yeah. Games are, basically every other night, let's say, or, every couple nights off, but it's 7:00 games. That's when the Rangers games are. Then,
but also if the Rangers aren't playing, would you, and it could be the best basketball matchup that there is, but would you still rather watch a hockey game?
Yeah. But I'm flipping back and forth, dude. I'm flipping back and forth for sure.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll see how this season goes. And I'm sure we'll go to it a little more than last year anyway, but obviously we're pumped for the Rangers, and Yanni has a comment.
Yes, he says for the series in quotes. It says it's a drop. I'm not sure what that was.
Because I was saying Tarico made the call when Lillard beat the Rockets.
Oh my God, that's okay,
which was 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Then Lonnie said, it definitely takes 2 stars and a good team around them. 3 stars usually don't allow you to have a good team around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
100%. But like I said, I wouldn't consider Jamal Murray a star.
That's interesting. I don't know what was his regular season like. It wasn't crazy, right? It was just that him and Jokic in the playoffs was nuts.
20 points.
Okay.
4 rebounds, 6 assists.
Yeah.
But you know what it is too, though. We got to think this is 2023 going on 2024. Like, it's not crazy to average 20 points a game. Like, that's just like there's a bunch of guys that average 20 points a game.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the specific number, but I'm saying I just think because scoring has gone up so much. Like when we were growing up, there wasn't that many 20-point scores.
Per player. Figure it out. Jesus. Oh, this is by team. Points per player by team. Oh no, sorry, per player.
No, this is the leader. So go down here. Let's see what do we got to 20. So
top
we're still
50.
So keep going. So where does it cut off?
60,
58,
59.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's not. You're not I don't even think Murray's top 20, honestly.
Oh, it's DeJounte Murray.
I mean, he wasn't in scoring, but I'm just saying, just in general.
Yeah.
So, that's why I think, it's culture, it's effort too, and I think that team last year, even in the regular season, like they didn't take any nights off.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that goes unforeseen. And then, you have certain guys like, I don't know, like James Harden, for instance, or Kyrie Irving. Obviously, they were, a part of a disaster amongst themselves in Brooklyn with KD. Yeah. But I think effort is big, Tony, and I think that's what always carried us on the basketball court. Effort.
I mean, yeah, of course.
We're going to outwork you.
And again, I mean, it's like, close games, sometimes are won in the last seconds.
Yeah.
If you're dogging it, if you're tired, if you don't want to give the effort, like that's when you're going to lose, dude.
Yeah.
And whatever it be, you mentioned, Harden, when he was with Brooklyn and I guess even with the 76ers too. I mean,
the Rockets
and the Rockets too. I mean, you get like these superstars together, you're dealing with a lot of big personalities, a lot of ego, who wants the ball, wants to score, who doesn't want to give up the ball. And it's just, sometimes it's a recipe for disaster if you don't, I feel like, basketball, I feel like, I mean, much like a lot of sports too, it's really all about chemistry. It's played so fast. It relies on like 5 guys in the court. Like, I mean, you need team chemistry, dude. Like, you need to just feel your way,
Right.
If you don't like the person, you're just not going to play well.
Yeah. That's definitely true. So it'll be interesting to see how this basketball season goes, and hopefully there's a little less ego. I know they have the rules that they're putting in place to go against sitting stars, not anti-ego. But it's funny. I had to give Matt credit. He was out in front of this because he and it was before I kind of got detoured from the NBA, but he was just saying like the NBA is beat. And I'm just like, I still like the NBA. What are you talking about? And then it was like a year or two after that, I'm like, wow. Like, this sitting out stuff is just so ridiculous.
It is really bad.
Like, dude. And then Kyrie wanting all that money, but he doesn't want to what? Like, again, like just go. I don't like, because obviously I'm big on sports. I appreciate sports, and I can't respect somebody, a professional athlete, that doesn't have the same appreciation. I just can't.
Yeah, I know.
So let's see what happens this year. We'll go into it with an open mind. But let's go now to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick 6. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again.
Mahomes escaping, on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones, oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. So the beginning of week 4 tonight, Tony, as we have the Detroit Lions traveling to Lambeau Field to take on the Packers here. Both teams come to this game 2-1, and the Lions go into this one as 2-point road favorites. And let's just start right there for a second. Not talking about what we're going to think is going to happen this game, but just what we've seen so far this season going into this game. Am I wrong to say that it almost seems a little disrespectful to Green Bay? You know, we saw them come back from 17 in the fourth quarter last week. That they're going to be dogs to Detroit here. I'm having trouble with that one.
Yeah.
Jones and Watson expected to play.
They are expected to play, right? Yeah.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Again, I mean, they're at home too. I understand. I don't know, man. Do people have like a lot of confidence in Jared Goff?
I think just in general, the Lions team, they feel like they have a good defense. They like Amon-Ra St. Brown. David Montgomery's out though.
He is out.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to go with Gibbs at running back. Swift would look great in that Lions uniform right now, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, dude.
So they're gonna have to do that. And they lost that game to Seattle. Yes, they beat the Chiefs by 1 or whatever it was, opening night. And listen, I think they are a solid football team for sure. But I just think if anything, this should be a pick 'em. Like not Detroit favored.
Yeah, no, and again, like, I mean, Green Bay at home too. I feel like they're not like given any type of home field advantage at all.
Yeah,
and I feel like I mean, Green Bay has some solid defense. I understand maybe Jordan Love is a little bit like not really sure what to expect from him. Offensive line, I think, has struggled a little bit in terms of giving him some time. But I don't know. I think him at home, 4th game of the season. I mean, I think he can handle himself,
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, this is a rivalry game. And especially
divisional rivals.
And the fact too, that how could Green Bay, I mean, there's a lot of guys on this team, usually Green Bay has one of the smallest amount of roster turnovers every year. They heavily rely on drafting players, signing undrafted free agents. How do they not forget about what happened last year? Last game of the regular season, Sunday Night Football. I mean, that ended Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay Packer career. The Lions, winning that game.
Big revenge spot.
You would have to think that that's going to cross some of these guys' minds. And I don't think it could be understated either. And I know, until the fourth quarter last week, Green Bay, struggled to score. But the fact that you're getting your number 1 wide receiver back, Aaron Jones, who is as effective as any running back in the league, catching passes out of the backfield. Now, you don't need to rely on AJ Dillon in that lead role. I just think that, bodes well for Green Bay here. And I think too, with Jordan Love, like you said, I think, there was a lot of questions about him going into this season, and rightfully so. He hadn't played much since being drafted in the first round 3 years ago, and or now I guess 4 years ago, and he's thrown 7 touchdown passes in the first 3 games, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, dude. And I'm just reading up a little bit. It is kind of tough because the Packers, I guess, did lose to the Falcons in week 1, but again,
week 2.
Yeah,
week 2.
Oh yeah, week 2. That's right.
Yeah, week 2.
It's right. Freaking 4th game of the season.
Week 17.
It's crazy. Honestly, I really can't believe it. And I guess they come back against the Saints. Derek Carr was a little hurt, so the unanswered points, of course. But I mean, regardless, I don't know. I still think I would still bet on Jordan Love over Goff here. I mean, I just think that Green Bay's defense can kind of get to him a little bit. I know Love doesn't have a great completion. I think he has like one of the lowest completion percentages in the league right now. But again, I just think at home, he's been kind of improving again. I mean, they have momentum coming off of that comeback win last week. I think it's going to be huge. And, the Packers were downplaying the revenge spot to the media like all week. But, I mean, I think that's honestly a lot of crap. I think they're kind of coming out for some blood, dude. They want to make an example. And you think about the other 2 teams in their division are fucking winless, right?
Right. Well, Minnesota's winless in Chicago. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, dude, this is clearly these 2 teams are outliers right now. You're talking early edge. Green Bay's got to be hyped. And like I said, at home in Lambeau, I mean, this is like almost like a playoff setting.
It is
if I'm coming into it, because like that's huge. If it's huge, if you're beating the Lions, you have a leg up on them. You have confidence. If you see them again, when you see them again further down the line of the season, and I feel like it's just like a must win must win for both teams. But
for first place,
give me Jordan Love all day, dude. I think Goff chokes. Did you throw 2 interceptions last week? I think he had maybe one pick then.
Yeah, I thought the interception streak was broke, the week before. So that would mean that I think last week he just threw one. Is that?
Yeah, last week he threw one against Atlanta.
So yeah, I think Goff's really good, and also, I mean, I probably, this is a close matchup. This is going to be a good game. That's what Josh B says, and your mother also says hello. And
he's pumped for the game, dude.
Oh, he's pumped.
You think he's drinking tonight? Couple beers.
Maybe a couple
dip.
Coronas.
Yeah, do a couple Coronas.
Yeah, why not?
Chips and dip.
Sounds good. But regimens with the weekends for me.
True. Yeah, for you, that's fine.
Keep before we know it, I'll have to like reorder this shirt and get a size down.
Yeah, dude.
I think we got a little time for that though.
Dude, speaking of which, I had pizza last night. I don't know if I told you that.
No. Where from?
Gregory's down the street.
Okay.
Half pepperoni, well done pie. Mike and I split a chicken parm grinder, and we got mozzarella sticks too. Wait for it, the mozzarella sticks, dude. Crazy.
You ordered it that way?
Yeah, I asked for mozzarella sticks.
No hesitation?
Yeah, and they said okay.
Yeah,
they know like they're fine. I also have called there like a ton. So they know me.
I think we could just go on about this, but it's just so annoying.
Too, it's so sick.
It's just so annoying.
Gaming and pizza,
but that you can't just eat that stuff every day and just be fine. Like why is it rigged that you can't do that?
Because I don't know. God hates us, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Like imagine,
honestly, dude. Like why can't I just have pizza and not worry about dying?
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Just have dessert every day and like it's fine. Have muffins for breakfast every day. Pancakes every day.
Oh, dude, Chips Ahoy. A couple Chips Ahoy last night. So good, dude.
Killing me, dude. Killing me.
Sorry, dude, you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You ever see that video of a woman who's like she's dieting and she like smells chocolate and then eats a piece of broccoli?
No, wait, this is a movie.
No, this is a real like people do this. They smell the chocolate and they'll eat a vegetable because it kind of like it fucks with your brain.
I feel like that's one thing that wouldn't work with me.
Yeah,
it's like I'm either gonna have it or I'm not. I don't need to sniff chocolate.
And I mean, the chocolate is so close to your mouth already. Like, just eat it.
Yeah, and I think you know what I mean. It's like I definitely like chocolate, but I don't need chocolate. Like I could not have chocolate the rest of my life. It's not the end of the world.
Really?
No, not really. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like I don't know. I feel like I would prefer a good meal over chocolate. Yeah. Oh. I know they're two different categories and stuff, but I feel like a good dinner really kind of removes the need for dessert.
No, I agree with that.
And then also I make sure to really like never have dessert on hand at home. So then, it's 8:30. I'm not running out to get it.
I know.
And I'm not going to go out of my way. The only thing that, where it comes into play is like someone brings over a cake or something, or you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not going out of my way to do it. That's for sure.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
And I feel like too, with the eating, what makes it easier for me is like what we were talking about before. Just knowing it's just the 4 days and then like what you know what I mean? So it's like I don't have to think, oh my God, I gotta go months without like good stuff. Like it doesn't have to be like that. And I feel like and like what you're saying, like more than 50% better than what you're doing before. So
exactly.
Balance.
Weekend.
Balance.
Yes, dude.
So yeah, what I was gonna say too, I honestly, if this game was in Detroit, I probably would maybe take the Lions. But the fact that it's in Green Bay, I just think the assumption that, and I know 2-point spread there, of course, they're expecting it to be a close game, but that we're going to just expect, Goff to carve up the Packers here, nationally televised game. I just don't think that's going to happen,
Why do you think they think like the Packers are going to kind of roll over?
I guess that Goff is which Goff, I mean, he has a better track record than Love, but I like Love, like the fact too that he can move well, run outside the pocket, scramble for first down, and then at the running back position, I think Detroit's a little thin. Really just relying on a rookie Gibbs, while the Packers have two proven running backs, and then Reed has done a great job at receiver. We mentioned that they're getting back Watson. I think there's a lot to like.
Do you think the Packers like win the division at the end of the year here? I forget. Did you have them win the division? Did you pick them?
I feel like I did pick them to win the division.
Really?
I think so. We'll have to go back.
Did I write that down?
But and then again, actually,
I think you picked Detroit to win, dude.
I know I had them 1-2, but I think it's going to be very close. Could even come down to a tiebreaker. And what I think we're going to see, Tony, though, you know, we know both teams' history in the playoffs. I think somehow it's going to rear its ugly head for the Lions, and I think both get in. But I could see the Packers winning a playoff game, and I don't think the Lions will. Honestly,
really, Goff, come on,
Goff
down the stretch of the season, garbage, gone.
I just, you know, what's he going to do against San Francisco? You know, what's he going to do against Philadelphia?
You think the Packers will do better against those two teams?
Yeah. Wow, more of a running game.
Yeah, but come on, dude, San Francisco.
But I'm saying
probably roll over both those teams, no?
Yeah, but I'm saying I think they have a better chance.
Okay.
What is Renee Chairman? Is Renee somebody that was in the tailgate? Am I missing something?
Renee did not go to the tailgate.
No, but not obviously.
Oh, a different Renee, you're saying.
I can't believe you weren't sure if I knew that Renee went to the tailgate. That's like Jay with the shades on.
Oh my God! That. No, you get the shades. Yeah.
No, if I actually was like questioning, oh wait, was Renee there? I'm saying that would be Jay with the shades on.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
But
yes.
Do you know what he's talking about?
No, he just says Renee Chairman. Renee. LOL.
Oh, okay, I got it. He's saying Renee, I think, is part of the company, and he's saying she would prefer chocolate over a good meal. That's what he meant.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because before this, we have Lonnie saying who wouldn't prefer a good meal over chocolate.
And there definitely are people.
Renee definitely prefers chocolate over a meal. Yes.
Yeah.
Josh, you're totally correct, dude.
Yeah.
You should have heard because we had leftover donuts.
Yes.
At Andy's Monday night for the gaming corner. And I texted Renee, oh, hey, like we're going to gaming corner, Andy's. You want to come by? She's like, no, she was tired, whatever. I'm going to just go home. Found out we had donuts there. She's like, what the hell? Why don't you tell me they were like so tight?
Were you guys
so
tight
dude?
Oh, but then she didn't come.
She didn't come.
Oh, I thought you meant that like she found her donuts and just took off and went right to Andy's.
No. She was like, oh, what the hell? And then I think Mike told me she asked about the donuts on Monday. It's like, whoa, Renee, you didn't come.
You guys did tell me that she's very, very into the donuts.
Oh my God. She would have loved the donuts, dude.
Yeah.
The freaking blueberry donut was so good, dude. Oh.
Donut delight. Like it's like right now. Hammer it.
Especially with the coffee too.
Yeah.
Like, take a bite, take a sip.
Yeah.
So good.
Can't beat it. What did Lonnie say?
Who know your Renee? Because I think he's saying like, oh, who? Like,
yes.
Josh, we also said the mozzarella.
The mozzarella. So one last thing before I guess this will lead into it, but first, just what's your thoughts on the total here? 45. Typically, Thursday night games, we've seen go under, but it's not always the case. What do you think about that for this one?
Honestly, I think these two teams struggle to score a little bit. I could see it. I don't know. Maybe being like 17-10.
17-10.
Let's say 17-10.
Wow.
17-10 Packers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what do you think we'll do here? Oh, is my internet not working?
Is it not? Because I can do whatever you need.
Let me just see. No, I know I have what I need, but I just wanted to. It says the connection's strong. It's just weird.
Connection strong.
Maybe I just need to go non-incognito.
Usually the incognito mode.
The other way around.
Brian loves incognito mode. Thank you guys for the bow tie donut.
Glad you enjoyed it, Lonnie.
I kind of thought, because I never tried it before, I thought maybe Lonnie would have offered me a piece of it so I could try it, but that's okay, Lonnie.
I think he was just so surprised that I didn't eat it on the way.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm enjoying this. I'm not thinking about anybody else.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I would like, I'll try it one day, dude. The headphones, dude.
What? I'm a little confused about this.
Left side. Oh, wait, no, I think it's around the other end. I may have to come over there and help you, dude.
Well, I guess, no, it's just like coming out one ear, which is weird.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the other end, dude. The table.
Amateur hour.
Oh, wow. Amateur hour. He's gone. Look at him. You can see him. Look at the red hat.
All right. So back to business here. But what I'm thinking, because we both like the Packers, but just to get a pick into this, so I'll mark us both for Packers. We get the points if we hit it. But I'll take the other side on the total. I'll take the over.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's where we go heads up.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I'm
I like
gonna
that
put
too.
our picks in just to have it.
So we can get double points here.
Yes.
Yeah. I need
so
double
Tony
points.
under 45, me over 45. And it's funny, especially the way the way the NFL 45 is not a ton of points if you think about it. I mean, you win the game 27-24, that's 51, and that's not like a shootout. And I think that's what we're gonna get. So let's go
shootout.
Packers.
Wow.
27-24. And yeah, we'll say game-winning field goal at the buzzer from 45 yards out. Jordan Love, give him another three scores through the air. 2 to Aaron Jones, who also has 65 yards rushing. Dylan chips in with another 60 himself, and Packers have a nice, sound offensive game. But I'm really looking forward to watching this one. I think it's going to be highly competitive.
I think so too, and I'm excited. Thursday night. These Thursday night matchups have been fun.
Yes,
that's for sure, dude.
Do you think we're gonna, sense the excitement level on Al Michaels' part tonight in Lambeau? He's a historian, right? Been around the game a while.
Yes.
I
think he was great last week.
I don't know. My friend Riley was calling him a bag of bones though. Like, what do you think that's about?
I mean, is Riley a little biased? Is he always not like Al Michaels?
No, I don't know. I guess he just says that he looks aged, which I mean,
of course he does. He's fucking old, bro.
Of course, but I think relative, Tony, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I would think so, dude. I mean, I feel like
78. Yeah, I mean, for a 78-year-old, he's doing outstanding.
And he's not like, I feel like he doesn't really mess up, dude. He's on the ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I
like
think
he's slurring or
I think he's pretty good. We got a couple comments here.
Yes, dude. Lonnie says in terms of the bow tie sharing, he says I thought wrong, but he still loves me. And then Matthew says become a historian.
Brian, a historian.
Anthony, he says have a lease.
Have a lease.
He's pretty pumped to move out. I think to move in with me.
Is now great, the first is the move-in day or no?
I mean, I guess at any point this weekend.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the room that Matt's moving into is empty. It's Harrison's room, so he's been out.
Right.
So,
I'm like forgetting that you're not moving anywhere. He's just moving.
Yeah, he's just moving.
Yeah,
in.
right.
I stay put.
Right. Exactly.
So he can really move in. Really whenever.
Wait, so he's moving into Harrison's room? You said
correct.
But then who's occupying the other room?
Augie's occupying the other room.
Who's it?
You know Augie?
No, I don't think I've ever met.
No, you never wouldn't. He's a GA at Sacred Heart.
Okay.
He's in the grad program Mike and I went to. He's a grad assistant for that program. I taught him last year.
Okay.
Undergrad, and he was looking for a place. I heard about it and I asked him about it. He came and saw the place, and now he's signing the lease to the place.
Oh, so he's not in yet?
No, he hasn't moved in yet.
So you've been just like the lone man there.
Yeah, well, me and Jay.
Oh, Jay, because Jay is just what, like officially, like this weekend is gonna move out or no?
Yeah, he's moving out this weekend, dude.
Wow,
this is his last few days.
You think he might get a little teary-eyed?
Teary-eyed. Yes, I do think he's gonna get teary-eyed. I'm sad about it, dude. He's fucking leaving.
Yeah,
he's gonna be in Jersey of all places, and he's gonna go to England of all places.
Yeah,
so,
but you don't think we'll see him much when he's in New Jersey?
I think I don't know. I think we'll see him on the week. It's tough to say, honestly, because he's going to Asbury Park with his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And Asbury Park is a poppin' place with a big young crowd. A lot of shows happen. You're by the water, you're at the shore, dude. Like weekends are hot over there, man. Weekends are not really that hot over here.
Right, so, but I mean, I'm down to go to New Jersey.
I would definitely love to go visit him. Definitely, dude.
And I mean, Tony, I feel like this is like too easy. I'm just looking at the map here. We just pick him up on the way to AC for the weekend. No?
Oh yeah, we can do that. It's on the way.
Let's get some dates out there with him. You know?
Yeah, definitely, dude. I think we can. Yeah, we can talk to it tomorrow. Sports Report. We'll iron it all out.
Oh, he's gonna be here.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, today, tomorrow, last time.
What do you think though? So after tomorrow, before he goes to England, like you think we get him for like 2 episodes, maybe or no?
Ooh, to come in early on Friday.
Oh, but actually, wait, he's leaving when? Dude. January?
December, January.
Oh, okay, probably right after Christmas.
Probably right after Christmas, yeah.
So yeah, I guess we don't have as much time as I'm thinking. Like he's got like 6 months, but he told me about this a while ago. December is further away, and he says Asbury 2 to 3. What is he talking about?
Asbury 2 to 3.
What do you think the 2 to 3 is? 2-3 hours?
It's
definitely not 3 hours because it's an hour from AC.
Yeah, no, but AC is like 5 hours from here.
No, it's not. Well, I'm curious what you think it's going to say right now. Like, obviously, it's 11 o'clock. Traffic's dissipated.
I would say 4 hours.
I'm going to say
maybe 3:45.
I'm going to say it's going to say 3:25.
3:25.
Loading. 3 hours, 15 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, Asbury Park can't be too far from there.
2 to 3 sports board episodes. All right.
Oh,
but Jay, are you down? Are you down for the AC weekend?
After the move.
Like one AC weekend before you go. I mean, we almost could do it near the end. It's like a send-off. Like, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, dude. We can get some we can have like full English breakfast here for them and a bunch of fish and chips.
No. I'm saying AC as like the final hurrah. It would be kind of sick, no?
That would be kind of sick. The Brigada.
I know Jay's down for it. He's saying hell yeah.
He says hell yeah.
So let's get that on the schedule.
Yeah, dude. So nice Christmas December AC.
Yeah, I think early December.
Early December. It's cold outside. Don't even leave the casino.
Don't need to. The table, the bar, the drinking, the food.
Oh, dude, I
forgot.
Borgata,
what's the restaurant you go to at the Borgata?
Angeline's.
Angeline's, is that Italian?
Yes.
It could be. I'm just saying.
You walk in there, you say fucking mozzarella, and they'll slap you with a dude. So good, dude. The spaghetti.
Has that been there for a long time?
Lobster tail. No, I want to say maybe like 5 years, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know
Michael
why.
Simon.
I think I've had like breakfast in there, and I don't think
it's right past bread and butter.
But it is also. Is there a Japanese place?
Oh, the noodle bar in the middle of the casino floor.
No, and I think it stays open late, or it used to anyway.
It does stay open
I
super
swear,
late.
one time I had to sit down at like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
and it was so good. The lo mein.
Oh wow, the lo mein, dude.
Yeah. So we gotta hit up that spot too.
I love that place.
No need for Hooters, Jay. No need for Hooters.
Hooters.
I want to eat better than Hooters. You know.
Yeah, Hooters is not.
I'm not saying it's terrible, but I'm looking for Carmine's, Angeline's, the noodle bar. Like, let's go. That we're setting off Jay. Like, this isn't like a small thing here. We're not like half-assing it, Tony. We're not half-stepping.
We're not half-stepping, dude. No.
Can't have that.
Yeah, really. And I don't really think Lily would appreciate you going to Hooters, Jay.
Yeah, right.
Come on, dude.
Right. What are you doing?
Yeah, honestly.
But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout. Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Do you have any idea what Yanni means about the silver spoon?
Silver spoon over here. I mean, that's like go to a nice restaurant where they don't serve plastic utensils or anything, you know.
I mean, good point, no?
Yeah, dude. Jay Bird says it's called being a baller, Lonnie. You should try it sometime.
Wow. Oh! Muchacho. Hola. But I think you get what I'm saying, Tony, and I'll be the first man. I'm not saying, I don't need to go to like some ritzy restaurant, but I would rather honestly cook if we're going to go somewhere where the food is just okay. I feel like, what's the point of even going there?
Oh, Lonnie says that's not what it means at all, dude.
But like, you know what I'm saying though, or no?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Lonnie means then.
He'll tell us, I'm sure.
Probably sure tell us. But yeah, I mean, I'm not we're not phoning in here. Food.
Yeah.
Like, you want to eat good food, dude.
But I think
come on,
wings on the grill and the air fryer are better than Hooters. Like there's no there were
screw you, dude.
I had to say, and I think Tony had the same thought. I was a little concerned that the roof was caving in.
Yeah, I was ready to jump out of here, dude.
How the hell did he get up there?
Well, because we have the room next door. Now,
so he's being a wise guy, trying to scare us.
Yeah, when he really should be in here talking about his opinion about the Dame Lillard trade.
But he's gonna say Dame opening night 80.
40 burger, 80 averages a triple double.
Anyway, baseball last night. Mets 2 games. Yankees won. And Yankees did win. How about that, Tony? 6-0 over the Blue Jays. And just, from start to finish here, just a well-played ball game. And it's unfortunate, we've mentioned several times, best record in the league this month. Garrett Cole, second complete game shutout of the season, all but, cementing that Cy Young award. And 9 innings, only allowing 2 hits, Tony. And we've talked about this before, 5 strikeouts. So not a ton of strikeouts for going, 9 innings. But the fact that this year, coming off last year, where while he did set the Yankee record for strikeouts in a season by a starting pitcher, he also allowed a career high in home runs. Mm-hmm. So he's pitching smarter. It's getting him deeper into games. And I think, sometimes we get a little too obsessed, and it's almost like pairing the 2 stars together with strikeout numbers. And it's like he still has over 200 strikeouts, but it's a less number than he did last year. And that just doesn't matter.
No, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. I mean, look at him this season, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
2.63 ERA. Yeah. And this really, like, it had already started, with the last couple of years, him in the playoffs pitching well, but really has changed the narrative, which was somewhat disappointing when he first came over. And, losing that game 5 to the Rays in the division series. Now it's like, okay, wow. Like, he really put together, that's not updated, 15-5, 2.63, Tony.
I think this isn't updated.
Or 15-4. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That's crazy, dude.
So yeah, he's gonna win the Cy Young. So great to see that. And then your other, you got your great pitcher and then your great position player, Aaron Judge, 2 for 3 last night, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 2 walks. Yeah. So those are your stars. There's a lot of talk. You can't waste any more of these seasons.
You really can't.
Judge would have hit almost 60 home runs this year if he didn't get injured. Right. He has 37 now. And what does he play? Like 105 games, whatever the case may be. So great game out of him. Estevan Florial with 2 hits. So we've seen, him kind of wake up with the bat recently. Overall 9 hits, 6 runs against Toronto. You'll take that. And, you tag Berrios for 4 runs despite striking out 10 times against him. But just all in all, it's great to play spoiler here against Toronto. You've already clinched now, not having a losing season, once again, since 1992. So the streak, goes to 31 seasons. You just want to make do of these last 4 games. It would be pretty sweet to get a sweep tonight. Maybe odds will be against it. Luke Weaver on the hill, and I know he has pitched well for the Yankees this year, but overall has not had a good year, bloated ERA. But it's interesting. Like, they still, should be fine, but Toronto, they lose again tonight. Let's say Houston and Seattle win, or one of them wins. I guess it's really Seattle that needs to win because they're a game and a half back. But who knows? I mean, imagine they just lose out here and miss the playoffs. I mean, that'd be great, and that'd be great if the Yankees were at the forefront of it.
You would like that?
Oh, I'd love it. Absolutely love it.
I mean, it'd be good for the Yankees.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. And there's a lot of talk too. I don't know if you heard, I guess, there's reports, and you never know what reports are true and or whatnot, but that Hal is sick of being runner up, and that that frustration is boiling over, and like there's more thought here that a lot of changes are on the way. What do you think about that?
Who reported this?
I don't know. I would love to multiple news outlets.
Yeah, like many, more than one.
I believe
like
so.
Multiple is like 4.
I don't know. I was just thinking more like 1 or 2. But
listen, man. I mean, that's something that the Yankees fans, certainly need to hear, and it's certainly what the Yankees need to do. It's certainly the drive. I mean, to hear that, that they want to make change. They're tired of not being a winning organization. I mean, yeah, that's great if that is true. But I guess, again, the proof will be in the pudding. If they do make moves in the offseason, then you'll know. Like, they want change, they need change, and they want to change to win. So But again, you'll believe when I see it at this point, because I mean, up until this point, they really haven't done that.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing on their side is, they got major league ready prospects that are playing right now that are going to be a, important part next season. So that obviously, plays to their advantage. And I do think they're going to make several deals. We'll see if what happens with Soto, but that's obviously an exciting possibility. I expect Glaber to be traded regardless. And I do think there's going to be some type of closer brought in because I just think they really want to lengthen that bullpen and that you could have Loaizaga and Holmes setting somebody up. I mean, and then you got Ian Hamilton, just a very deep bullpen overall. I think that's a good strategy to go to. And that's when they've always had success. They've always had a great bullpen, and they did this year. But it's hard not to think there would be some questions about Clay Holmes, like in this postseason, if you could count him or not.
Yeah, I think so. And also I think, people forget too, like, the injuries that your starting rotation had suffered, that the bullpen was certainly stretched out. I feel like throughout the course of the season, I think again, great bullpens we've seen win championships for teams, but I mean, if you're overusing them in the regular season, I mean, obviously down the stretch of the year, come playoff time, they're going to be questionable. So obviously, key to maintaining that bullpen throughout the year, it's going to be, getting quality starts from your starters, which hopefully next season, if you acquire a pitcher for your rotation, having Nestor, healthy, having Rodon healthy, obviously Cole coming off of this season, you would expect to have that. And you expect to have a good bullpen hitting their stride coming to October.
Yeah. Yes. So time will tell. So I'm expecting though a busy offseason for sure. Like I mentioned, the series finale tonight, former Met great Chris Bassett on the hill going for his 16th win, which would be pretty impressive. Going up against Luke Weaver, I mentioned the bloated ERA, 6.47, but pitching well with the Yankees. I think the ERA is in the 2s or 3s. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Before we get to my prediction there, Tony, I know you have a few choice things to say about the Mets yesterday.
So Mets split a doubleheader, yesterday. Obviously, I made a claim that they would score 22 runs over the course of those two games yesterday, and they made it more than halfway there, which I think is, more than Brian expected. All right. It's honestly really more than I expected. I mean, seeing them win the first game 11-2, I was like, wow, it's bonkers, dude. You should have seen me. I was at the gas station with Mike. I was freaking out. Because it was, wow, they literally they scored 11 runs first game. This is perfect, on track, whatever. Dropped game 2. What was it, 4-2, I think. But going to game 1 here, I mean, Joey Lucchesi, getting, I don't know, maybe his 6th start this season as a Met major leaguer. Hold on. Oh, his 9th start. But I guess his 4th win, excuse me. He's 4-0 right now. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, but only 2 earned runs, 2 walks. You got a problem, dude?
No, I was just clearing my throat.
Okay.
I get how they sound the same, but coffee, clearing throat. It happens.
Yeah. But I think great look for Lucchesi there. I mean, again, I feel like when looking at what he looked like last season, I mean, it's kind of night and day. And it's pretty interesting to see what his future could be with the Mets organization. I mean, I think you really have to do a little bit of a deeper dive into him. I mean, if he's improved his level of play in the majors this much, I mean, I think you really should work with him in the offseason. I mean, over those 9 starts, I mean, he's a 2.89 ERA. I feel like his last few starts, 6 innings, 2 earned runs against Miami. Arizona was 7 innings, no earned runs. St. Louis 5 2/3, no earned runs. Struggled a little bit with some command. That's why you see a lack of length in some of his starts. But I mean, the strikeout pitches are there, and hey, man, 44 hits over 46 2/3 innings, giving up only 15 earned runs so far, only 4 home runs in those 47 some odd innings. I mean, I think that's really good. And moving on to the offense, because there was plenty of it for the Mets. Just going down the list here, you had Alonso in game 1 going 4 for 4 with a dinger, 2 RBIs. Lindor following up Alonso's at bats going 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a dinger. So Vientos had a nice, I think, 2 RBI or 3-run home run. And then that was his only hit for the game. Beatty looked all right. I mean, he still seems to be struggling at the plate here. Mauricio, too, was 1 for 5 last night with 2 Ks, or I should say yesterday. As we got nice Disney cruises, dude.
It's only a tradition at this point.
Literally every time when I start talking to, but bullpen did great. Got Smith, Hartwig, all clean through game 1. And again, Tony was hyped, 11 runs right there. But moving on to game 2, a little bit more of a lack of offense here. Johnny Cueto started for the Marlins, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should have done way more damage to Johnny Cueto. 4 1/3, 2 earned runs from him.
6.02 ERA even after that.
Honestly, dude. So I think he should have lasted 2 innings, given up 6 earned runs. Honestly, especially with the way you were kind of hitting game 1. But this is where Lindor shined a lot more too. 2 for 3 in game 2 with 2 home runs. So what was he? He was 5 for 7 on the day with 3 home runs. And it's interesting. I was looking at the stats. I don't know where Baseball Reference is based out of, or maybe they just had some guy calling sick, but Lindor's numbers aren't updated either.
Wow.
Still says he has 27 home runs. After the 3 home runs yesterday, he's at 30. And I think he has 32 stolen bags now.
Average, I think, is 250.
254
or 254. Okay.
Yeah. So Lindor having a hell of a month. Because he's just a great player, and you love to see that from your great players. Kadai Senga ended his, rookie season as a Met pitcher decently. I mean, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 Ks. Did give up 2 home runs.
Did you hear the forkball stat on DNR this morning or no?
No, what'd they say?
Batting average against, take a guess. Senga forkball this year.
191.
108.
Really?
Impressive.
That's fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah.
I think maybe like the second best rookie season to a pitcher in Mets history. He ends with a 2.98 ERA. And mind you, that was after starting off kind of rocky.
Right.
So I mean, I think he really dialed it in. And even this start, it certainly wasn't his best start, certainly. But after those 2 earned runs, bullpen does struggle a little bit. Ottavino gives up a run late in the 9th inning too to kind of bolster the Marlins lead. Mets couldn't handle it. Again, typical Mets, honestly, with their offense on one game, off the next game. But you gotta love some of the individual efforts. That was a good song, dude. Individual efforts. I believe it's an ad for New Era hats, dude. What it?
Yeah.
And so I guess it was cool with the doubleheader. I mean, it's whatever at that point. I was obviously just playing for the 22-run day, which obviously didn't come, but that's totally fine. Mets on to the final game of the series here tonight. Peterson on the mound against Jesus Luzardo. David Peterson, I think, too, is one of those pitchers who has shown some bright spots this season and is certainly looking to get in the starting rotation next year, as obviously the spots are wide open. But honestly, I think Lucchesi is probably looking a little bit better and more of a front runner in terms of getting a spot at this point. And I really enjoyed Peterson out of the bullpen those few times that he came out of the bullpen. But again, I guess we'll see. I want to say, his last few starts weren't terrible. Actually, his last start against Philly was kind of not great. 4 innings, 4 earned runs. But before that, he was doing well. Unfortunately, a bunch of L's though. Yeah, dude, the guy still needs some work, I think.
Yeah.
But hopefully, he can kind of prove a little bit more about himself today against the Marlins. But I guess we'll see, dude. The great Lindor, Lonnie says, yeah, he's a great player, dude. I think the 4th player in history to have a 30-30 season. 4th player in Mets history.
In Mets history, that sounds right. I was going to say
6th time in Mets history.
I don't know if you were up on this or not, but Luis Angel Acuna
injured?
No, but going through it with Binghamton, slugging 304 in 37 games.
Really?
I was surprised. I thought numbers would pop off the page when I looked it up.
What else we got from him?
243. 2 home runs in 37 games.
Oh, that's not good.
No. So I don't know if the Binghamton batting coach might need to go on a sabbatical, Tony.
Take a little sabbatical. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's Angel.
What's the other guy's name? Gilbert. What's the first name?
Drew Gilbert, I want to say. He's a guy from Houston.
Let's see what we got here. I guess he used to pitch. All right. So Binghamton Mets 325, slugging 561. There you go,
Tony. There you go, dude. Yeah, man.
So at least that end of things is working out. Is there like a split between the two of them in terms of where the expectations are higher? I just assumed it was Acuna, just given Ronald's success, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of tough because Drew here is a first round pick here from the Astros. So I think he came in highly touted too. But I would say to the typical baseball fan, just because of the name attached, it's going to be Acuna. You know?
Gilbert also 23 already. Acuna is still 21.
Yeah. So, and especially like even Ronald, who's like, he's going to be better than me.
Yeah. But
I mean, it may take some time.
We'll see what happens in spring training.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously you're pretty hopeful. But yeah, maybe these guys will further out than you would like, at least him. But Lonnie says, did B just yawn while you was talking about the Mets, Tony? Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, he yawns, he drinks the coffee, goes on his phone, clears his throat.
I asked the question here. I was looking up prospects. I'm thinking for you for next season, how it's going to work.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. Tell Lonnie that.
No, I am. I'm telling both of you.
Okay.
But is Peterson going to win tonight or not?
Again, I think Mets offense has been literally just 50-50 up and down all season. So I think, game 2 yesterday, 2 runs. Today, they're probably going to score like 6. Peterson probably give up 3 or 4. So let's say Mets win 7-4.
All right.
Let's go.
I'm going to say the Yankees. How about this, Tony? Win 10-8. Over the Blue Jays today. I think Weaver gets hammered at Rogers Center, but also we've seen Bassett give up the long ball before himself. Give Judge another home run today. And even though it's too little too late, how about a Giancarlo Stanton grand slam?
That'd be cool.
125 miles an hour off the bat. An absolute missile. But yeah, I think the Yankees, in a slugfest here, sweep the Blue Jays. And head to Kansas City, 82-77.
You're tight, huh?
Yeah, because I guarantee they're gonna finish like at most like 2.5, or I guess it can't be half, so it would be 2 games out of like the wild card. Like it's gonna. You think about that 9-game losing streak, the 5-run lead with Holmes in Miami, Tony.
Yeah.
What could have been, and I think. It's unfortunate we won't know, but I think especially if Dominguez was healthy right now, I think they would have possibly been able to make a run.
One of my kids for my class were doing like a little like in bump hype video.
Yep,
and they get to choose who they do their video on. It's like 60-second like hype video. One kid is doing it on all like the rookies that came up for the Yankees. It's like Austin Wells doing a little Dominguez.
It's a good core.
It is. It's really cool, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you got for number 2? Number 2.
Oh my goodness!
By the way, 10-point deficit here, Tony. So the white flag has been raised. I went 3-0 yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dodgers, Padres, Yankees.
I went 2-1.
2-2.
Who did I pick?
Well, because you picked the Mets twice.
Double is 4.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I guess for my next pick here, could be Corbin Burns and the Milwaukee Brewers. Why not, dude?
Future
Burnsy,
Met.
dude. Of course he is. Obviously Brewers here. I mean,
would you give up Van Hal for him or no?
I mean, at this point, probably, dude.
You're really just out the 37 games of Double-A?
It'd be like Burns and a couple other pieces. Yeah.
No, just or Burns, but you have to take on Yelich.
We get Yelich.
Yeah. Or you're okay with Yelich. You think he's somewhat rebounded.
Yeah, dude. I think Yelich, new spot. So do in hell for Burns and Yelich. Absolutely. I would do that in a heartbeat.
All right, we'll see. Who did you say you were taking? Oh, the Brewers, right?
Burns, Yelich. Just give me Brewers here. I say 5-2. Bang.
I think this is like the 5th day in a row, but I'm gonna take the Dodgers over the Rockies.
And you wonder why you've been winning, dude.
Chris Flexen, dude,
Oh,
on the hill for Colorado. I think Betts will hit 3 home runs. Dodgers 15-7 over the Rockies.
15-7.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Logan Gilbert can fucking kick rocks if you ask me. Carl Reagans, dude. Oh, give me the Twins over the Ace. I think that's
Sonny Gray,
surefire. Sonny Gray. Yeah, I'll take him too.
I can't believe you're going to be so
no,
tight
I'm
about
not,
Sonny.
You're
Ask Josh B. and Lonnie
I don't
about
care
Sonny
about
Gray.
Josh B. or Lonnie. I care about Sonny Gray and the New York Mets, dude.
All right. Just saying.
Dude, you can't argue. I mean, he had a great season this year. 2.8 ERA, 8-8 because the Twins suck.
I don't think it's a coincidence that it's in the Twin Cities. That's all.
We can come back to New York City. He's gonna fucking have a 2.5 ERA.
Oh wow.
He's gonna destroy the A's. And Medina from Oakland, who's 3-10, 5.64 ERA. I think we'll get absolutely hammered as the Twins win this one, 8-1.
Zach Wheeler, Phillies, 2-0 over the Pirates today. Wheeler complete game shutout, 15 strikeouts. How about that, Tony? How about being bold like that?
I think you'd be really disappointed with Zach Wheeler's performance.
I don't know.
Yeah.
First thing that comes to mind: who's winning the World Series this year? Go.
Dodgers.
They're due.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pitching though is Yarborough going to have to be starting games in the postseason.
I know. What the hell is that about, dude?
I mean, just injuries here, injuries there. Josh B saying you will regret it. Talking about Sonny Gray, so he knows.
Josh B doesn't know, dude.
He knows.
He doesn't know, dude. I've been following the Twins very closely this year, dude.
Tony, I mean, come on. We saw it. You know, we're giving you fair warning here. I'm telling you, Burns is a great addition, but you just can't. You want more.
I don't know, dude. I think it's been pretty solid from him.
And you don't think the New York environment will play into it at all?
No, I don't. I mean, of course it will, but he's been here before. It is different being a Met. I've heard being a Yankee is very toxic sometimes.
Oh, yeah. So, it seems like there's a lot of good reports about the Mets clubhouse this year.
Well, obviously there's been speculation, but hey, man, people getting moved, new people, piss poor year. So it'll be different when they start winning next year. So don't worry about it. But I mean, look at his last few starts have been pretty good, dude. He's given up, what do we got? 4 or 5 earned runs his last 5 starts.
All is charade.
All charade?
Look at the numbers in Oakland and Minnesota, then look at the numbers with the Yankees. And Cincinnati, too. Here. Cincinnati as well.
All right.
And Josh B saying, New York is New York. All right. So.
All right. I mean, yeah, he struggled with New York, struggled with Cincinnati.
Did not struggle with Cincinnati. What are you talking about? Like if he had those numbers
last year, Cincinnati for
if he had those numbers with the Yankees, we'd have put a statue out in front of the stadium for him.
You loving the statues recently, huh?
I'm just saying, Tony. I mean, look at that second year, 4.9,
dude. Yeah, that's tough, dude. But even I guess he's been kind of up and he's had a couple. It's kind of funny. There's like 3 good years, 1 bad year. 3 good years, 1 bad year. 2 good years, 1 bad year.
But a 4.19, I don't know how bad necessarily that is.
I mean, again, it's only the 3rd time in his career it's been in the 4s or above.
We got a couple of comments.
He's been in the league forever too.
Yeah,
it's crazy how long he's been around.
Well, I remember, like I said, I called into Larry when they first acquired him, and he got shelled in his first Yankee start.
Josh B. Sonny Gray cannot handle New York. I would not be surprised if it was his choice to not go to New York.
New York.
And what if he wants? He says, "I want the Mets. I want to be back in New York. I want to prove myself."
No, he doesn't.
Because New York is New York.
He doesn't want to go to
New York. Is New York. Can't argue with that, Josh. And the expectations on both teams have evened out.
Some pressure.
Same pressure, he says. I don't know, man. And one says, "Wow, once again, Tony tells us how much he cares for us." Well, you guys aren't Mets fans, so like, what do you want me to do?
Well, but I still think it's like if you had a player. I'm trying to think of who that would be, but just somebody that you couldn't stand being on the Mets that blew it and blew it and blew it again, and then we were interested in acquiring him. You say, I wouldn't do that. Like, that's not that crazy to say.
Well, no, it's not. But I mean, is he doing really well right now? Like, go get Michael Conforto, sure.
But at least Conforto had success with the Mets. He had like 320 like 2 years before, like second to last year.
Yeah. But still, that's like an example of like, yes, get him. Like, that's a good example, I feel.
I think though Conforto has more of a like if we were like if we did an experiment, no, I'm saying, but if we did an experiment, Conforto with the Yankees next year,
Sonny Gray with the Mets,
Conforto would do way better, definitely.
I don't know, man. There's more pressure for the Yankees than there are for the Mets next year.
Yeah, but I don't think like first of all, if like Conforto goes back to the Mets, I think they're thinking, wow, this guy's hitting 2, this guy's hitting 4, this guy's hitting 5 in the lineup. Like comes to the Yankees, like he's like I don't even know if he'll start as a full-time player. But because we'll see. But actually, he's not coming because wasn't it a 2-year contract or there's a player option, right?
Player option. Yeah,
gotcha. I don't know if there's enough to decline that player option from this year, right? The low batting average. I don't think so.
Yeah, probably. Especially like, just the Giants.
Yeah, so. Maybe he wants to stay.
Yeah.
I don't know. All charade. What are you, Gondal?
Gandalf.
Again, I don't get it.
Lord of the Rings. You
again,
sci-fi fantasy.
But it is Ryan McNeil. Sonny Gray is a charade. You look at him pitching in small markets. He has success. He did it in 3 separate small markets, and he was atrocious with the Yankees. I don't think that's a coincidence.
But I think he wants to prove himself coming to New York.
And we gave up a lot of prospects at the time.
Yeah. So now the Mets will give up hopefully almost nothing. Get him.
They're not going to be able to give up almost nothing, Tony.
I know he's a pretty good pitcher this season.
Now, but I guarantee right now, like you actually dead serious would trade Luis Angel straight up for him.
No. When did I say that?
I don't know. You just were about to offer him up for Yelich.
Burns and Yelich. Let's go. Dude.
I have to say, though, Yelich did rally more than I expected.
Yeah.
OPS over 800.
And again,
19 homers, 75 RBIs.
Him in a big market in New York, he's going to strive.
But where's the power? Is he getting the power back, or is it because he stopped using HGH?
I don't know, dude. But honestly, I don't care that much for the power. I mean, if you're just a great outfielder and you're hitting well for your average, you're getting on base.
But I just feel like
great,
given the contract, I don't know if 270, 19, and 75 is enough. I mean, he's Gold Glove in the outfield.
Yeah.
All right. It'd be interesting. The hot stove, Tony. The hot stove.
I mean, I love that trade for Burns and Yelich. Like, I don't know why it hasn't even been proposed yet, dude. So let's just get him out of here.
Guess we'll see.
And hell, dude, it's Acuna, the family. His brother plays for the Braves. Like, we don't want that juju, dude.
But then watch, he'll be like just as good for the Brewers, and you'll be pissed.
Yeah, probably. I mean, as long as Burns and Yelich are performing, though, I mean, I think that's pretty good, dude.
Yeah. So, guess what?
How old is Yelich? 33?
I thought it was 31.
Really?
Yeah. He has been around a while though.
Right? Christian Yelich. He is 31, dude. Let's go.
I mean, how do I seem to always get those right on the mark, Tony?
I don't know, dude. You just know ages, I guess. We don't want to tell you, but let's go. Yeah, you get like 4 more years out of him.
What is so? It's mutual option for 29. But I think he's only making like low to mid 20s per year. So.
Yeah, 20 to 28.
Yeah,
and 29 mutual option.
So,
I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's
see what happens. All right. But yeah, another great show today.
Oh yeah.
Real quick from Josh B. You don't want that Acuna juju. Shake my head. LOL.
I'm saying if the guy's not playing well, I mean, it's like a bad omen having.
I don't know, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade him for 50 cents on the dollar though. That's
no, I wouldn't. But I think Burns and Yelich. I mean, it's a decent deal, dude.
The only thing that sucks is you're getting 2 guys over 30.
Over 30, yeah, and he's
21. Yeah, I don't think you. I mean, maybe if that's all you're giving up, but I don't know if that. I think they would want more.
That's ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Why would they want more?
What if it's just Drew Gilbert? Had to do it.
What?
Drew Gilbert. You wouldn't do it?
Just Drew Gilbert.
Yeah. For those 2.
That's tough, dude. I mean, I guess because you still have an head, like
you would. Wow, you know, I have to say, you just want to go for it, obviously.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think Yelich and Burns. I mean, you need an outfielder, you need offense, and you need a pitcher. Yeah. So, I mean, you're knocking out 3 things right there with those 2 players.
Just gotta hope they don't regress. That's it.
Right. Which I mean, you wouldn't think Burns does. Yelich, I think maybe more of a toss-up, but
yeah, let's see. But once again, like I said, great show today. Really appreciate all the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, Tony. Everybody checking out the archives on the YouTube page. You, Michael, Renee, Jay in costume. Merch at downtimetv.com. Shout out to the company. We want everybody to enjoy their day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.